Good afternoon and welcome to the MOSHAPE Minute. I am Guy Danhoff and I want to provide you guys with this very special report as we look at the school reentry considerations. Today I am joined by Executive Director of MOSHAPE, Dr. Tom Loughrey, as well as Laura Beckman, who happens to be the Director for Missouri Healthy Schools as part of DESE through a CDC grant. And today we're going to kind of uncover some new things that are happening in our state specific to reentry. So Laura, I want to start with you. As we know, yesterday we were very blessed that our governor, as well as our commissioner of the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, they were in a panel discussion yesterday as they were looking at ideas for reentry concerns and also providing solutions, as well as different things that we could be doing moving forward to ensure the safety of obviously our teachers, our students, our administration, and even anyone who actually works within the buildings. I was wondering if you can comment on maybe, some of the, in case you missed it, news if someone didn't see the broadcast.
Yeah, we are very proud that we were represented in that panel discussion, and very happy to see and share from the other states what they're doing. A lot of different ideas and strategies that states are coming together with to try to support the reentry for the health, to ensure the health and safety. So part of some of the things that DESE is doing as we move forward is sort of looking at our learning, helping students to assess and meet them where they are with their learning and growth for next year, but also focusing on the social and emotional aspect of our students, as we know that there has been a lot of things that have occurred through this, through the COVID-19, and we want to ensure that our staff and students' needs are met.
Yeah, it sounds very exciting. I know I was excited. Ironically enough, I mean, all this stuff was also popping up on Periscope if you follow, say, the governor's office, which was kind of exciting, as well as our local news. So it was just great to see that kind of coverage that we got specifically for our state. Now with that, I know some of our viewers are very much aware that a few weeks ago that Tom, Laura, and obviously our state director for DESE, Sean Nevels, for health and physical education, you guys did a roundtable panel discussion on the Shape America reentry considerations. I was wondering, has there been any new information that has come out since we aired that a few weeks ago?
Sure. There has been a lot of information. As you know, Guy, this is ever evolving.
Yep.
And research continues to go on the transmission of the COVID-19. And as we continue to learn more and more about it and receive this information from pediatrics and infectious disease doctors as they're working through this and learn more, we can provide better guidance on how to put some practices in place as it relates to very detailed components of a school system and the practices that we put in place through different areas of the school. So it is, some of the new things that have been released is the American Academy of Pediatrics has released some COVID-19 guidance considerations for reentry that was released on June 25, 2020. You can access that online, as well as the reentry, Shape America reentry. CDC has updated their guidance, so if you have not seen it, you need to, continue to go in there and look at the new guidance. CDC has over 2,000 different items that you can refer to around the COVID-19.
Yeah, Laura, thanks for sharing that. And Tom, let's shift, as in your role working with the MOSHAPE crew in our society, what are some things that maybe you could pass along to our physical educators, our health educators now, based on what we've learned, even from 2 weeks ago, that might be a good consideration, or even perhaps a best practice?
Yes, Guy, we certainly know that not every school is going to follow the same guidelines for how they conduct their school. Some
Right.
will go fully face-to-face, some will go hybrid. Because we're a local control state, there may be some that go to favor more distance learning with all kinds of variations. It's important that we follow our well-rounded education and provide everything that we're capable of doing. We've had a number of town hall meetings and webinars that prepare people for this. It's going to be very important for every professional to have a record of what they do prior to, during, and after class to make sure that students are healthy and safe. Documentation is critically important, and MOSHAPE will help with that. I can see the need, and our leaders have been looking at possibly setting up a discussion board or a way that members can let us know what their issues are, what their concerns are, the barriers they're facing, and all of us, over 1,100 members, will be helping each other. So there's going to be more information coming out all the time, and it's our purpose to serve our members and provide timely information that is worthwhile, and be here to listen to the issues that they have to face.
Absolutely. And Tom, I'm glad you shared that, because we want to be a sounding board, certainly for our society, so that we can help get the answers even as quick as we possibly can, which is part of the reason why we decided to do this broadcast today in lieu of a lot of the announcement from yesterday, knowing that our top state leaders, are addressing the reentry considerations. So with that, Laura, I know that we've recently, on behalf of Missouri Healthy Schools, as part of DESE, in combination with Education Plus, I know there's going to be an event on Monday, and I was wondering if you could give us a little insight, because what caught my attention, it's the first event I've seen where we're definitely going to cover physical education. We're also covering physical activity, but a new one that a lot of people have asked, and even our own president of MOSHAPE, Dr. Ochef, asked in our town hall, or excuse me, not our town hall, but our panel discussion 2 weeks ago, what about sports? And I was wondering if you can maybe, Laura, give us a preview of what that statewide collaboration event's going to be like.
Yes, so next Monday on July 13th from 9:30 to 11 is going to be our very first session. It's a virtual forum and statewide collaboration where we are calling school and district leaders and various stakeholders within the school system to attend meetings that might address COVID-19 components in the areas that they are working in and with. So our first one, we are welcoming Dr. Orscheln and Dr. Newland to come in. They are infectious disease doctors and pediatrics that work all across the state with others to continue the research. And on Monday, we will be learning a little bit about some of the research they're conducting this summer for fall reentry in sports, because there are some sports programs in place. Dr. Newland's been working very closely, as well as Dr. Orscheln, with across the state with local health departments and sports program people to sort of determine what these best practices or safety practices would be in place. So on what to expect is that there will be some guidance that will be shared, some resources. There will be some opportunity for people to address questions that are specific that they will be able to answer. And we will learn more throughout the summer in specific to sports as they're looking at how these summer programs are, what is working, what is not, how the COVID-19 is being spread, so on and so forth. So a lot of guidance will be shared. I think people will find it very informative with some of the new research that has been provided and some of the practices that could be in place. We also want to reduce the anxiety that, we know that a balanced curriculum is important and that physical education, physical activity and sports is important for our students and we want to continue that for our students. And the doctors all agree and that this is needed. We must have it. So they will be sharing as much as possible to get kids in schools to be active and engaged in these areas.
That's awesome. And Laura, one of the things that I got really excited about, is that there's going to be there's also going to be breakout rooms, I understand. Is that correct? That if you're like in a certain area, you can choose that area, based on when you register. So you'll be, birds of a feather, if you would. So you guys can have that kind of discussion. But also, there's going to be an ample general Q&A specifically to the doctors, which I think is very exciting, again, so people can ask the questions that certainly is most concerning to them. So with that being said, go ahead, Laura.
So I think that, learning from them what they know is data. And, we always talk about data drives decisions. And they're going to be providing the data, the most current information. So it is why I would encourage everyone to get on there and listen to what they have to say about disinfecting practices, what to watch out for during certain times from the beginning to the end of whether it be a physical education class, recess, before and after school programs, or sports. These are things that should be considered at this time, and to continue knowing that more information as we learn will continue to be released as we progress through the next few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, what we've done for your convenience, if you look at this posting, we actually have put the link for that session that you can register. Again, it's going to be on Monday at 9:30 to 11. So you guys can register. It's free. And again, we want to get as many people there. And Laura, just last question, who does this session target? I know the obvious question would be pretty much everybody, but obviously I know there's some intended audiences, and maybe you could share a little bit about that.
This could be for anyone.
Right.
We're targeting, even families could come on to understand this, the parents as well, because we want to make sure that parents see what's going on and understand and feel that when their students go to school that they will be, practicing some health and safety measures. So we open it to everyone. The targeted audience probably for this specific one would be your district and school administrators as well, that can provide information about before and after school activities to out of school time or recess. Staff that could provide information to their classroom teachers who are watching activities that are beyond before, during, or after school. And then of course our coaches.
Yeah.
So we know that our coaches could be our classroom teachers as well as our PE and health staff. And of course we want our physical education staff there as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Laura, for that update. I know that I'm already registered. I'm really excited to learn more as we break down these, reentry considerations. So guys, just want to let you guys know we have the link available in this post, so you guys can click on that to get registered. We just want to thank you guys for watching. For Tom Loughrey, for Laura Beckman, I am Guy Danhoff. We want to thank you guys for watching the MOSHAPE Minute Special Report right here on MOSHAPE Media. Thank you.